Hey guys, good morning and welcome to another episode of Behind the Closed Doors. And this time you're going to join us for our UK tour. England, here we come. And when I look at the weather, I'm a little bit worried because last times we were pretty seasick and the weather isn't looking very nice. Now, do you see anything different? Do you see brighter colors? Do I look more handsome? Do I look more powerful? Do I look more speedy? Because today we also start our review series of the Sony A9, the beast, the new killer camera from Sony. And of course you won't see anything different because hey, it's just me and it's YouTube, so it compresses. But I'm gonna tell you everything I like about the camera and of course also things that I don't like. But don't expect me to go with a microscope to see if I see any noise below ISO 200. Because, well, I'm just gonna use the camera the way that any professional should use a camera, to work. So join us for today's episode of Behind the Closed Doors, the start of the UK tour. With, of course, Anouk, Nadine and moi.
I wanna hold you close, but you know my mind is torn up. I never thought it'd be like this.
Let's go to Van Holland for the boat to the UK.
Even though we said we never do that, so here we go, acting like we do. We say things that are not true, but somehow I'm still here.
Okay, arrived at the boat and we're ready to dock. And it's pretty windy, so I really hope we don't get seasick because as mentioned before, the last two times, oh man, but let's see. Of course you want to know my first impressions on the A9 because, well, that's what you're waiting for, right? The first thing is, as soon as you look through the viewfinder, it's from going from a television to the cinema. It's a really, really big, bright viewfinder, so that's awesome. The other thing, of course, is pure speed. 20 frames a second, it's a really fast camera. And the nice thing is, you don't have any mirror blockout. So in other words, it's just like watching video, but you're still shooting frames. The other thing that I really like is especially the hard dials. So you don't have to dive into the menu to change your shooting style. You can just do it via the hard dials. So that's a very, very big plus. Everything else we're going to test during this trip. Of course you have 2 card slots. So for all you guys out there that wanted to do 2 SD cards, that's now possible. Of course you have slow motion and you can now shoot full frame 4K downsampled from 6. So you don't have any problems with, yes, the rolling shutter problem. That's all big pluses, right? Is there anything negative? Well, the panoramic mode is gone, but nowadays it's so easy to do in Lightroom, so we're not really gonna miss that one. Overall, first impressions, incredibly cool. And I forgot one of the most important things. When you shoot tethered, for example during workshops or for clients, you want to see that image, right? And up until now, you have to use a flimsy USB cable. In the A9, you can actually use a network cable. So that's a way tighter connection. It doesn't break that easily. And of course, you can use longer runs without any problem. And it's cheaper. And the other thing, they finally fixed the Wi-Fi on board. So you don't need to use cam rangers or camfis or whatever device. You can just use the app inside. Now the app was already also in the other cameras, but the cool thing about this one is now actually the EVF still works, so you don't have to look on the LCD. Oh, and on the topic of video, another big improvement. You can now actually start video with the shutter button. I never know why they didn't do that before and you had to use that very tiny button. I always programmed the C2 button for that, but now with the A9 you can really use the shutter button. So that's really a big improvement. On the topic of video, there's also something still missing. Sony, are you listening? For all the vloggers out there and the people that do interview styles like this, make the screen switch or flip up or whatever. So you now have an articulated screen. Make sure that the guy filming himself can really see himself. All the other competitors do it, so why not you? Of course, when you're on a boat with a model, it's very cool to go outside in the wind and let's see how fast this baby is. And we're actually already back and I can tell you, it's insane. So join us, let's go outside.
And find the light. You got nothing left to lose tonight. In the end we'll see a change. Only love lasts, only love. In the night we shall go in, will you fall?
Okay, arrived in Harwich, getting to the RV and then to the campground. And the campground is pretty close. And tomorrow we're gonna drive to Emerson. Always loads of people in front of the elevators, so that's very crowded. And the RV is still here, of course, so getting into the RV and then to the campground. First thing, of course, to remember in the UK, drive on the wrong side of the road, on the other side of the road. But it's very clear, you have some roundabouts. This is the country of roundabouts, by the way. And then, well, after 2 or 3 roundabouts, it's second nature. Yeah.
And when stars are in light, the weeper, we would know. Jump into a hole at the fire's old. And when stars are in light, the weeper, we would know. As a sliver of your mind, as a sliver of your mind, your mind. In the end, the call. In the end, in the end, in the end, the call. In the end, you're shining hands in mine. Some things are meant to be. In the end, the call. In the end, the call.
Arrived at Green Acres, which does sound a little bit like a funeral home, but it's actually a really awesome place. We were here last time too, and well, the shower accommodations are a little bit weird. Let me show you. Now normally there are of course facilities, but over here you just go into one of these chalets, and that's where you can actually go to the restroom and shower. Now we've been to the UK a few times, and one of the things that struck me this time was how incredibly intense the customs are. They're pretty nice, but it's like, where are you gonna go? What's your friend's name? How long are you gonna stay? Give me the name of where you're gonna stay. And it's like, woohoo. Of course everything to do with the terrorist threat, so I'm okay with it as long as we're safer. But it was a totally different experience. Normally we have that when we go to the US, but now also with our neighbors, the UK. But hey, if it's gonna make the world safer, why not?
And when stars are in light, the weeper, we would know. In the end, the call. In the end, in the end, in the end, the call. In the end, you're shining hands in mine. Some things are meant to be.
Okay guys, camping tip number 1. If you have a big mattress, inflate it outside of the tent, because then it won't fit inside and you have a lot of fun. So if you have a big mattress, inflate it inside the tent, not outside. Right, Anna Week?
You're shining hands in mine. Some things are meant to be.
Hey guys, that was behind the closed doors for today. I hope you enjoyed our little preview for the Sony A9. Tomorrow and the next of the week, of course, we're going to continue that review. Tomorrow we're going to drive to Emerson, well actually about 45 minutes away from Emerson, because that's where our campground is. If you like what we do, please subscribe to our channel, leave comments below, and of course hit that like button. It really helps us out. Hey guys, good night and see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.